computer. Yep. So there we go. Awesome. I think when we don't send out the friendly reminders of the team call, the numbers are low. When we remind people, the numbers are high. I just realized I didn't put a message out to people to say, hey, we've got a team call tonight. So maybe Michelle, you can just throw that out on our groups and just remind everybody. That would be great. Nice to see everyone. If you are driving, put yourself on mute. There we go. I can actually do the mute because I am in control of the panel here, which is cool. Okay, so lots going on. I just wanted, there's a couple things on the agenda. I was really hoping we could have our fast track sales coordinator on tonight, but you can't get internet. Really wanted her to share her story. So I'm going to maybe bring in JD in a little bit because they are connected. I see that we got Melissa on as well as Jen Brennan. I think Jen Brennan is celebrating her 4-year-old's birthday tonight. Little sweetie. So anyway, I don't know how much she'll be able to join us, but I know that she's probably getting kiddos down. Anyway, so a couple things. I wanted to just make sure that everybody is good to go with the new schedule moving forward. So I know that was a huge change for us because we get used to our schedule and then things change. So I'm just going to go over to make sure that everybody is clear that on Monday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is the new rep call that we're doing. And if you guys didn't hear us talk about the new rep call, we had, I think, close to 30 new reps on. And I'll be honest with you, I totally was not expecting that many people on, and it kind of shocked me a little bit. And I had everything ready to go to train, and then I realized I didn't even know half of the people. So I literally had to stop and take a deep breath and go, holy crap, we have a lot of new people on. And I had to kind of do like introductions. Who are you? Where do you live? Welcome to the team. And it was awesome. It kind of threw me for a little bit. And those are always nice to have those surprises. And so obviously I want to thank everybody that was supporting that new grad call, because obviously the leaders were promoting it within the team, and a lot of your new people showed up. So with that particular call, we will be giving obviously homework every week for them. And we're just in behind the scenes. Melissa and I are meeting tomorrow to actually create a structure, so that there's going to be a structure for our new reps to kind of hold their hand and take them through the journey to fast track VF. And then, yeah, so I just want to let you guys know that it will be somewhat structured. We might do a couple wins, some shares, some questions, but we really want to give them some training out of the gates, because I think that's so important. In regards to the VF and SC call, that's happening right after at 8:30. And we're going to try the mix to see how it goes. Just our thinking is that we can really leverage our SCs that are stepping up into leadership and help us train the VFs. It's kind of like, what did you do to get to sales coordinator? Can you show and teach the VFs how you did that? And so we're really wanting the SCs to step up and start to get that training leadership. And then with the SSCs, Michelle really helped us out, put a schedule in place. So the SSCs and higher, which happens at 9 o'clock on Mondays, we did it in alphabetical order. And so for 30 minutes, it's going to be a self-run. It's like I'm getting some background noise. Hold on. It's going to be a self-run call where there's going to be one SSC being like a facilitator, which is amazing. And the one thing when you get to SSC level, that leadership position, just so you guys know, there is the opportunity to be part of the Brave Leader program. And if you guys have ever heard of Brene Brown, Brene Brown is who we have partnered up with as a company. And I just finished, and I know there's a few of you on here. I know Michelle, you've been on it. Jen Pike, I know that you've been on it. And Melissa and Jen, you have touched on it as well too. And I don't know if Melissa Seguin is on it, but great program. And so something to strive for. It is an 8-week program to start. It gets you into some really good foundational principles of being a brave leader. And then for 10 months after, we actually do what's called our deep dives. And our deep dives are run by a facilitator within the group. Oh, you loved it. Awesome, Melissa. And so we just got back into it. So for the next 10 months, I will be in this deep dive. And so just to give you an example, like the first one is on empathy. And so we actually have to watch videos, do exercise, homework assignments, and then we get together with our pod and then we discuss it. So it's I love this company because they're just always investing in us to be better. And I'm so grateful. And there's so many perks to being in Canada, let me tell you. Sometimes we might complain a little bit and wish we were in the US because the prices are cheaper. And I hear that. But at the end of the day, like we have such an intimate NMD, I'm going to say, group in Canada. And being in a pod with a bunch of NMDs that are in the United States, I'm the only Canadian NMD. It's a big ship. And there's a lot of stuff they say that goes missing from a communication standpoint. And we're so grateful that I think that from a communication standpoint, for the most part, there's some really good tools and ways that our company is continuing to communicate with us with updates. And we got our Facebook and stuff like that. So I was like, why don't they just call the Canadian office, and Canadian office can teach them how to better communicate. So anyways, I just want to make sure you guys are good to go for Mondays and that you guys really promote that out with your teams. And then we have canceled moving forward the Tuesday's new orientation. I just think that we're going to get more results of being more action oriented on those Monday night calls and giving homework and accountability. And so that's great. And the NMDs on this group here are going to be working on a new revised kind of like introductory new orientation video that we will have up hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks for you guys to use, as well as a tool when you're working with your new rep. Because I still remember, guys, how intimidating it is in the beginning with your first couple reps. It is so intimidating. I get that. I've been there. If you ask any NMD, we were all there. I literally had to get my best friend drunk, tipsy, maybe tipsy is the right word, tipsy, because I had no idea what I was doing. And I giggled because that was like 13 years ago where we had a manual this big. She kept on asking me questions. And I mean, I had no idea. I'm like, hold on, let me look that up. And then I'd be like reading what it said. And then I'm like, did you understand it? And she'd go, nope. And I go, great, because I didn't either. And so I'm just so grateful today that we have so many amazing tools online and so many great videos that can really help and explain, how to do this business. So I just say every month, I just feel it gets easier and easier for a new rep as they join because there's just so much information available. So, just so grateful for that. So I'm going to stop talking on that level. I just, again, wanted to really clarify the new schedule moving forward. I also really want to encourage you guys that you take the extra effort to either get on to Dr. Mitra Ray's rep call on Tuesdays at noon or listen to the record, because honestly, that's some of the best training and mentorship that I get. Who hands up if you had a chance to listen to Dr. Mitra Ray's rep call on Tuesday? So I see a few, JD, Melissa. Okay. So, I mean, that mentorship just on that 30-minute call, I mean, people pay big bucks to get that type of mentorship. Just to give you a perspective, I mean, Mitra is a top leader in our company, but a multi-millionaire. But it's more than just the money. It's the amount of training that this woman has done and invested in herself from a mindset standpoint. And she gifts us every week with the knowledge that she has learned to us. And I just really hope that you guys consider taking advantage of it. This past Tuesday call was freaking unbelievable. It was on money mindset. And I mean, this is like nuggets that you learn when you pay like a $5,000 weekend course. She's downloading it to us for free. So if you haven't watched Mitra's rep call on money, definitely a must-see. I know that Melissa has thrown that up on the Team B website for you guys to watch. And if you want to write it down as a reminder for homework in the next week, is to watch Money Mindset. Because I guarantee that a lot of you that are on this call tonight have money issues. You have money issues of I don't deserve. You've hit a glass ceiling. So like whatever job that you have, that this is as good as it's going to get, because that's all my parents showed me how. And it's so true. And let me tell you, I have had to dig deep, deep in my soul and do a lot of shedding to get over my own barriers of like, wow, could I one day make a 6-figure income again after leaving a corporate job and being a stay-at-home mom? And then when I hit that 6-figure, it was almost like too good to be true. And I almost started to self-sabotage myself. And there's a book on it called The Big Leap that talks about how we so quickly self-sabotage us when we hit success. It's crazy. Or that on an unconscious level, we start to get sick or have an injury or a physical pain that is like literally our unconscious is trying to keep us and safe. And Mitra dives into this a little bit on that Tuesday call about how we got to work on this every single day to break those barriers, that I am good enough, I deserve, there's my dream, I can go for it, let's do it, and not hold yourself back. Okay, so I really wanted to have Terry Fox. She's a dietitian on Sarah Beermord's team, and she just hit Fast Track Sales Coordinator. And it was so fun because Sarah Beermore called me yesterday and she's like, I'm at the football game with my kids, but I think she just hit it. And she's like, what's the time frame in Canada? She goes, I think she's over the time frame, but she's got 2 Fast Track VFs and she's got 17,000 promo PVCs. And I told Sarah, I said, the good news, Sarah, is that there's no timelines now in Canada for Fast Track Sales Coordinator. And you should have heard her scream like a little kid. It was so sweet. She's like, you're kidding me. Oh my God. It was just awesome. It was one of those awesome moments when you know you're just so happy for someone. And so that $500 that Terry gets for fast tracking the sales coordinator is going to be a big support to their family, because she just left her position as a dietitian to stay at home, just to support her family and her kids' needs right now. And so when you hear stories that bonus money is impacting a family on that level in such a significant way, like you just go, OMG, this is an awesome business. But anyways, I wanted to maybe bring JD on, because JD is actually one of Terry's fast track VFs. And JD is also a dietitian who lives in Brampton. She's the one with the awesome, crazy hair. She's going to definitely get the prize for the best hair. I wish you could come to the silver party at the pool party, because I would spray that girl so silver.
Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, it would be caught in the fro.
So JD, can you just connect to everybody, just because I think it's just such an inspiring story that Terry got to Fast Track Sales Coordinator. I know that you're working towards that too, but just how you connected to Terry, how that connection happened, and then how the two of you work together to help you fast track to VF.
Okay. Thanks for asking, Nicole. Terry reached out to me. It was in a dietitian group, and it was very random. Somebody had posted something to say, tell me what your side hustle is. And so all these people started listing stuff, and she posted Juice Plus. And I thought, juicing? Why would a dietitian juice? I'm like, doesn't she know better? So I messaged her and I said, what is this Juice Plus stuff? And so she started talking to me about it. She sent me a video, and then she said, would you be open to a conversation? And I'm like, oh my goodness, they're going to like ask me for my credit card information. How do I back out of this? and then we got on the call, and Sarah was so great. She made me laugh, and Terry made me laugh. And I was just like, okay, got to get the hubbies, seal of approval because I'm off on mat leave. I don't get EI because I work for myself. So I had to make sure. And I jumped right in. And I think what I left on the message for Terry today on Voxer was that, and I don't want to tear up, Terry is a woman who leads with her heart. And that's what's made the difference. She's a person that you want to take the time to get to know and you want to work hard for. She is just an amazing person, period. She is there for all the unrelated business calls. She's there for the laughter. She's there. She's had kids, so she could associate herself with that. So it's just this, it's her passion. Like, she's passionate about it, so that I get passionate about it. And she's just so supportive. Like, the littlest wins. Like, she is just screaming on the top of her lungs. Like, I called somebody that I was scared of on my chicken list, and she's just so excited. And it's a partnership. She doesn't ever make me feel like, oh, you're my downline, you work for me. She's just incredible. Like, I can't say anything bad about her. She's transparent, and yeah, that's it. She leads with her heart. And let me tell you, she has worked hard for that promotion, and she deserves it. Even in the moments where it was hard for her in her own personal life, she has pushed through, and she shows a brave face. And I see her on Facebook Live, and I'm like, how is this woman doing this? And she is just, she's just brave. She's amazing.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's the type of people that we get to attract. It's pretty cool. And one day Terry will definitely tell you a little bit more about what's happening maybe behind the scenes. But when we talk about, when you hear stories of, wow, they did it through that chaos. Terry did it through the chaos. And I don't want to give anything up because it's private, but maybe one day that she can share the chaos that is behind the scenes, that is, I guess, her why in propelling her to do what she needs to do, and keep on going when the going gets tough, for sure. Her second fast track VF was actually a chiropractor, a female chiropractor at an office in just in her area, and the chiropractor signed up someone as well, and the two of them worked together to get that chiropractor fast track to VF, and now they're working on her new rep to get to fast track VF. So it's awesome. It's just starting to duplicate. So again, just wanted to share that. Does anybody want to share a win or two, or any questions that you guys might have before we turn it over to Jen or Melissa for some final words tonight? How about happy baby, Stacy? I don't think Stacy's on, but Becky, congratulations. You're an auntie. What a beautiful boy. Over
Yes.
8 pounds. That was so exciting.
And no drugs. So, no drugs. The hospital offered no epidurals, so she had no choice. Hardcore, man, 14 hours.
Wow.
And she pushed for 9 minutes. She's a rock star. Yeah.
Amazing. And is she healthy, and the baby's healthy?
Oh God, yeah. Oh my God, Juice Plus baby, all the way.
Amazing. Oh, when are you gonna get to hold your nephew?
I think May long weekend. I'm gonna take a trip down for sure.
Nice. Congratulations. That's
Thanks,
so
guys.
exciting. You'll have to let us know what she needs, and we'll have to send a gift from Team B.
Will do, girl.
Okay. Any stories? I think, Sarah, were you getting off? Sarah Naylor, were you going to say something? No? Okay. Anybody? Everybody's quiet. Everybody's freaking out because they don't know what to wear to the silver party. Oh my gosh, you should have seen me in my closet today. I'm like, is this silver, Mom? It's gray. How about this? No, it's gray. I'm like, I need silver. So then I found this Joe Fresh. I think my mom gave it to me. It's like a muscle shirt. It's got all this silver bling. I just found it under a layer of clothes, and I put that with a skirt and these heels. And my girls are like, "Oh my God, Mom, you're so embarrassing." I'm like, holy cow! How can a silver party stress me out so much, right? Anybody else want to talk about the silver dress party?
I'm just going to wear a lot of bling. That's all. I can wear bling. Bling is any size.
Okay.
Perfect.
Don't
Yeah.
don't you have silver shoes that you wore at law? I think I saw those silver
Oh my
shoes.
God. No, I rented a silver dress. Maybe I should rent the same dress.
That's fun. Cool. Okay. Melissa, what do you got on tonight? What are your words of wisdom? Oh, come on. I'm losing my voice here for you.
I don't have a lot to say tonight. I'll just share maybe what I've been up to, working on my brand, building my brand, and it's a questionnaire that I've been filling out, and it's been a really, really, really cool experience because up until now, for the most part, it's just throwing at the wall and seeing what sticks in terms of who wants to order the product, meaning it's kind of targeted because of the world that I move in, at generally fitness clubs and so on like that. But it's funny, that's not really the target market I'm going for right now. And some of the questions, I'll just share them. Like, of course, you got to start out with your why. And then what are your superpowers? What makes you different than anyone else in the marketplace? And I got stuck. That was the second question. I got stuck. I'm like, I don't know. I find that so hard to do on yourself. So they suggested reach out to some people that know you well. And so it was really great. I did. And I got stuff back. And it was really interesting. I got the same comments from people. I'm like, okay, that's obviously a superpower if I'm getting the same things. And then some other stuff. And it's really just about everything about you, really. But then looking in terms of, let me just here, for your niche market, so many pages here. Let me just find it here. I'm just so organized. Hold on a minute here. I'm going in order, they're actually backwards. So your ideal client. So this is what I was thinking of in terms of distributors. What characters must they possess in order to work with you? Like, have you guys ever thought about that? Like a little bit, we've touched on it. Are they patient? Are they coachable? What are their values? So you need to write out all that. What's important for your buddies? What are their favorite activities? Don't you want somebody kind of like you, maybe? You're going to be spending a lot of time with them, right? What are their interests? What are their opinions and attitudes towards the topic or specialty that we're providing? And then even more detail, if it applies, how many kids? What's their family household income, personal income, career history, education, where do they live, other key things. So it really starts you thinking to get really clear on who you want to target market, and then uncover their challenge. What are they currently feeling right now? So you got to think about, what do we offer? So how would they be feeling without that? That's how I went about it. And what are they currently seeing? I took that as sort of, what's their outlook on life? And what are they even hearing? So feedback that they're getting. And it's just been really, really interesting. Oh, and then a concrete result. So once they get our product or become a team member, how are they going to feel? What's going to change? What will they see? Again, how are they going to heal? That kind of thing. And just going through really, really deeply in a lot of detail like that is really helped me narrow down exactly the person that I want on my team. So I highly recommend you guys give that some thought and think about all those sort of things. And I think you'll be, maybe, I don't have to be surprised, but at least it'll narrow it down as to your niche, as to who you want to reach out to on your team, because you've got your superpowers and what you're all about. And then that like attracts like, that they say, right? So once you kind of narrow that down, so it's been really, really interesting. As you guys know, I'm all about personal growth and that. So I highly recommend reading the books and then doing some other things like this, even personality tests, all kinds of stuff. There's a great one I'll actually send out to the team. My son Calvin sent it to our family. I've been crying laughing tonight because I did it, he did it, and my daughter did it, and it is bang on. Like, you laugh at yourself, like, oh my God, that really is me. So I'll send it out to you guys, and then it will email you the explanation of it. It takes a couple minutes, 100 questions. It's just you agree strongly or disagree. But it's really good. Do it with your friends, do it with your family. You'll have a good laugh. You're like, oh, so that's why you're like that. I can't help it. So yeah, there's my 2 cents.
Cool. Okay, well, we got about 4 minutes. Just a couple things I want to kind of close off. Jen, Brenna, if you want to text, if there's anything you want to contribute tonight, let me know. If not, I understand you're with the kiddos and birthday parties. I finally figured out most of Teamsy today. I was so excited. So I finally actually was following the right, what do you call it, directions. I was following the generic directions, but they actually have directions for Juice Plus. So I'm just about there. But what was cool about it is I was committed to doing a power hour. I still have to figure out a lot of it out, but what I did today is I invited a lot of people for the Design the Life You Love. And Michelle also told me that you can do post an event in a page. So thank you, Michelle, for that. So I went to my different pages and I actually posted the event where people can literally like go on, get the information and register. So I was so proud of myself because I really felt focused. I knew what I wanted to do. I was kind of like, what's the top priority? I got to get people out. And so I got 2 confirmations immediately, like literally within the first hour, which was great. I've got another couple maybes that are like kind of sitting on the fence with stuff. But I was like, wow, it took me an hour. I focused and I made it a priority. And so for you guys, as we move forward into the week, we're here sitting at Wednesday. I challenge everybody to do a power hour on tomorrow, which would be Thursday, is to invite out to the next event that you are promoting. So for those of you that are in Ottawa, obviously it's promoting your next event. And for those of you that are local to Aurora Newmarket, you're going to be promoting the Design the Life You Love. And think about how many people we could get out if everybody had an extra 2 people come to our event. So I've kept the event open until I believe 6 o'clock on Friday night. So you'll want to make sure to sign up, please. It is a dinner. It's $25 for the dinner. The price went up by $5 because I guess food costs are higher. And it is what it is. And then you can, optional is wine if you want or not. So it's going to be a great event. Been doing some coaching behind the scenes for our short 3-minute stories in front, but just imagine your guests being there listening to 7 powerful women in their stories. So really looking forward to it. So you don't have your ticket, get your ticket and make sure to bring a guest and do your power hour for tomorrow and see how many people you can send out messages, because I'm sure there'll be one person that at least wants to join you for some good times. I seriously need to get this. Oh, love the power hour. What do you need to get, Sarah? Oh, this Teamsy? Yeah, I know. Taking me this long to make the time to do it. So that's great. On that note, we're at 8:59. I'm going to say good night. Thank you for joining us for the call tonight. And I guess the next call will be for grad call on Monday night. So hopefully we'll see everybody there. Make sure to promote with your teams. And hopefully we'll see some of your friendly faces on Friday night. And doors open at 7. So feel free to get there early if you want to help us set up. That would be awesome. We always need help at the front door and setting up our Juice Plus table and getting some shakes ready. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.